Hey y'all, how are you today? I am making dinner. I'm making stuffed bell peppers. So yeah, what are y'all doing today? Today is Thursday, I believe. We just got back from vacation last week, so I totally didn't even know it was Thursday until just a minute ago. I thought it was earlier in the week. But anyways, we went to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. It was wonderful. So we got back and have just been trying to kind of get back in the swing of things this week. Anyway, so I'm doing supper tonight, stuffed bell peppers, and wanted to show y'all how to do it. Now, there is a ton of different ways that you can do this recipe. That's why I like it, because it's super versatile. You can literally add pretty much anything to it or take anything out of it. And so for us, I do 2 pounds of ground beef for our family. So me, my husband, and our 3 kids, 2 pounds of beef. We raise our own beef, and so you want to have a good quality beef. I know our H-E-B and Walmart sells good quality beef that's grass-fed, grain-finished, good beef. So got that. I've also got 1 small yellow onion that I chopped up in here with it, okay? And I've been letting this brown. I put some sea salt and black pepper in with it also, and this is brown. So I'm going to kick down my heat just a little bit. And I wanted to talk to y'all about, because this whole group is about clean eating and just kind of paying attention to what is in our food, but then also, so what's going in our body, what we're putting on the outside of our body. I have a gluten food sensitivity. We also try to eat grain-free and no processed sugar. I've told you guys before, I'm not perfect, but I try my best. This last week on vacation, I went ahead and had a bunch of gluten, and my skin hates me. Like, you cannot even tell, but I've got a huge red rash all over both sets of my arms, on my chest, because I had gluten. So anyways, I have to be real careful, or else I have severe breakouts. So all that to say, I wanted to show you an example of where companies just disguise different things in our products. Sugar being one of the main ones. So when you were looking, I made up my own taco seasoning here, because I had this particular taco seasoning in my spice cabinet and got to looking on here, and even though it is gluten-free, it says gluten-free on the front, I always check the ingredients, because 9 times out of 10, just because something says gluten-free does not necessarily mean it's wheat-free, and it doesn't mean that there's not, that it's not loaded with sugar. So while choosing products that are gluten-free is important, you also need to look at the sugar content as well. And probably next month, I'm gonna go super in-depth about sugar and ways that we can kind of cut that back. But for today, I'm just going to show you this real quick. Let me stir this because it's starting to stick a little. Okay, so on the back here, the ingredients. Let me see if I can, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'll just read it. But it says on here that it has total of 1 gram of sugar. And it says it has 1 gram of added sugar. So I get to looking down through here, and in the ingredients, it doesn't specifically say sugar in the ingredients. It says dextrose and maltodextrin, which are both sugar. So there's over 200 and something. It's crazy. Like, you can Google it. There's over like 200 and something names of sugar. And so you have to do a little research, do some educating, and to where you kind of know what you're looking for. But all that to say, because we're trying to avoid these added sugars, I chose to make my own. And I can even post that recipe in the comments for you. But so I made my own taco seasoning. It has chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, ground cumin, some paprika, some salt, and some pepper. Okay, so I eyeballed it, and you can kind of dump this in and stir it around, give it a taste, and see maybe if you need to add a few things. But anywho, I can post that in the comments too. But so I've got my beef, I've got my onion, and then I've added in some taco seasoning. Now, if you don't want to make your own taco seasoning, and literally 9 times out of 10, I don't make my own. I purchase mine through Thrive Market, or my friend Lori Carlson, who you guys have heard me talk about her seasoning packets before. She makes a taco seasoning that's wonderful. It has no anti-caking agents in it, no MSG, no junk at all. And so I will either use hers, or if I don't have hers on hand, I will order through Thrive Market. Anyway, so I've got that going. All right, now I'm going to, where's my oven mitt here? What I have done, let me pull these out real quick. I don't know if you can see, I have done some bell peppers here. I've sliced them long way, de-seeded them, and then I sprinkled them with olive oil, okay, extra virgin olive oil. And I put this in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. So you want to put your peppers in there and get them to where they just start to get tender and are kind of blistering a little bit. And the olive oil helps with that. So those have been in there for 20 minutes. I've got my beef mixture started. Now I'm going to add a can of organic black beans. So again, looking at ingredients, literally the only thing in here are organic black beans, water, and sea salt. Okay, so trying to make this simple but also healthy. So I got that, and then I'm gonna add in some diced tomatoes. You could even do a can of Rotel. There's Landry. You could do a can of Rotel. This is literally just, where is it? Tomatoes, tomato juice, and sea salt, okay? Adding that in. And I'm going to give that a stir. What you doing, sis? Huh? Oh. This girl, y'all, she is a chef. She made us shrimp and some noodles last night and sauteed up some cherry tomatoes in the skillet. Gourmet chef over here. Okay, so I've got that going. I've got my heat kind of, well, it's like between low, medium, and I'm going to let that kind of simmer a little bit. Now, the other things that you could add in would be corn. You could do a can of corn. I don't do the corn because of the grain. Trying to think. Some people add in rice, cooked rice. Again, I don't do that because it's a grain. You could do quinoa. You could do, trying to think, what are some other things we could do? Landry, you put in here. Oh, I said Rotel. You could do Rotel instead of diced tomatoes. You could also do fire roasted tomatoes instead of just plain diced tomatoes. Probably not that, no. But anyways, it's real versatile. You can make it however you need to for your family. So this is just the ingredients that I had on hand, and I'm just dumping it in there, okay? So we're letting this kind of simmer together a little bit. So yeah, I see several people watching. Y'all say, hey, what you up to? Have you ever tried stuffed bell peppers before? If so, what combos do you like? So what we're gonna do now, I still have my oven set at 375, and I am going to, see if I can, y'all see that? I'm now going to shut my burner off, and I'm going to just put some scoopfuls in here in these peppers, okay? Now some people will hold the pepper upright and cut the top off like a little bowl. You could do that also and kind of stand them up in here. I've actually done it that way before, but with kids I have found this way of cutting them to be a little bit easier, and you don't have to worry about them like tipping over or falling over. So I'm just stuffing these. Also, I will tell you, and I'll be 100% honest with you, that my kids don't want to eat the pepper part. That's just is what it is. So I typically, you could probably actually get away with doing 1 pound of beef if you didn't want to do the 2. I like to do 2 because look at all. I've got probably close to 1 pound left, and that allows me to be able to make nachos with it for my kids, or you can put it in a tortilla, or you could even, these are our favorite taco shells ever, this Siete brand. If you see it at H-E-B or at Walmart, I think they carry it at both. Their chips are phenomenal. They're gluten-free, grain-free. They have tortillas, but they're made out of cassava flour or almond flour, and they're going to be in the frozen section. So kind of over by where all the gluten-free breads are and things, you'll find the tortillas, the Siete tortillas. But so you could even do this mixture in a taco with some cheese on it too. So that is what I love about this, because I'm telling you, you can do it so many different ways. If you do peppers one night and you have leftovers, then the following night you could do nachos or a taco or a burrito. You could even, and I'm gonna go ahead and start topping this with cheese. So I've got a bunch of cheese shredded, and I'm gonna top it on here and put it back in the oven for 5 minutes, just until the cheese melts, and then it's done, okay? What was I saying, Landry? Oh, you could even, if you didn't want to do tortilla, nachos, that kind of thing, you could do a bowl of rice or quinoa and then put this mixture over the top of it, chunk up a bunch of avocado, some sour cream, salsa, and put, kind of make a, kind of build your own bowl kind of a thing if you wanted to. So I'm going to pop this back in the oven for 5 minutes. So see, I've got my cheese on, they're all filled. They're going to go back in the oven 5 minutes. Okay, and we're going to let that cook. While we're doing that, I was going to talk to you about cheese. So we don't eat a ton of dairy over here, but we do not skimp on the cheese. I mean, come on. I can't have, huh?
It's cheese.
I know, right? It's cheese. So you say hi? I can't do cow's milk. We do a lot of almond milk. Landry's actually the only one in our family that likes cow's milk. Britton and Bowen, they don't drink it. But so we do a lot of almond milk. But for whatever reason, I don't react from cheese. So that's good because I like cheese.
Is the stuff still on?
Yeah, well, I told them about my gluten reaction or whatever. Anyway, but what I was going to say on the cheese was I always try to grate my own cheese. And why that's important, and I'm probably about to make a bunch of you mad, but this is just the truth, and I'm just trying to watch out for you. But when you buy prepackaged shredded cheese, if you will notice the chalky, dusty feeling on the outside of cheese, yeah. So that is, I forget what it's called, but basically it's terrible for you.
It's gross. I don't like it like that.
Yeah. And there is just, if you have never grated your own block of cheese, like there is just nothing better than a freshly grated block of cheese. Like, come on. So what that dusty, like powdery stuff is on that cheese is a caking agent that allows the cheese to not stick together. It's a chemical, yucky stuff, like anti-caking agent that makes it to where the cheese won't stick together. So just know, you know, there might be a time and a place for that, but if you can, take 2 seconds longer and grate you some cheese. Okay? You'll thank me later. It's delicious and it don't have all that yuck on it. Okay? So that is my tip when it comes to shredded cheese. So just want to encourage you to check out the ingredients when you are purchasing things. You would be shocked at the amount of sugar that's in your food. You would be shocked at the amount of ingredients that you can't even pronounce. You would be shocked at the amount of ingredients that are in each thing. So typically, I told y'all I'm not perfect, but I do try to stick to ingredients that have less than 5 ingredients in the thing. Okay, so just for instance, on this taco seasoning, there's probably 12 things on here. Probably 4. There's 4 on here that I've never even heard of, can't pronounce, not to mention the sugar, the dextrose and the maltodextrin, which is, again, another way to disguise sugar. So just trying to help you out, just trying to make you aware of what you're putting in your body, because it does matter. I'm telling you, it matters in the way that you feel and just your overall health and your overall gut health. So we've got 1 minute left on these peppers. I'm going to pull them out because I want y'all to see what they look like. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, so that she was who I was talking to earlier, and I had to ask her what day of the week it was because didn't know. Anywho, so what else? What questions do you have? Again, I'm going to go more in depth on sugar stuff probably this next month. And yeah, I've got a lot of really cool things planned, up and coming things that are going to be fun. And so yeah, I'm super excited, super grateful for all of you that have commented or liked or watched my videos. Literally just want to help you guys out, give you some ideas. If y'all have like recipes, ideas, things that you love that are gluten-free, sugar-free, all the things, then y'all feel free to post them on the group. I've already had a couple friends do that. Crystal and Casey Dunn. Well, there's my timer. They have posted some recipes on here. So by all means, y'all, I'm always looking for ideas. So here we go, guys. We're going to pull it out. Ooh.
Oh, that cheese looks amazing.
Ooh. Look at that. So good. And so easy. Oh my word. So easy. So hope that was helpful. And yeah, Amanda, so I'm going to serve it with this too. This Bonza brand. Since I can't have rice, this is made out of chickpeas. So, and you're thinking, oh, chickpeas, that's so grody. No, it's not. You'd never know. So, and this is actually the garlic and olive oil one. Okay. Same thing. Super clean ingredients. Super clean. Okay. So I'm going to serve it with this. The kids are going to have it in either a taco or in nachos. Excuse me. And by nachos, I mean the Siete chips. I put the mixture over the chips, sprinkle it with cheese, and good to go.
If you have that left over, you just pop that in there.
There you go. All right, well, y'all comment on this video. The more that you comment, the more the people in the group get to see it. And then, yeah, let us know if you try it and what you think about it. And yeah, I'll post the recipe in the comments here in just a minute. All right, bye.
Bye.